Alright traders, I'm back again with another video, and today we're going to go over a few opportunities that I'm looking at, things that may be on the horizon for next week. So let's get started here with the pound yen. This is on the 4 hour time frame, and right now I'm in a trade. You can see I entered the trade right here. So I'm in a profit of 25 pips. This trade, I'm going to show you why I really like this trade, and I'll show you what I did. But anyway, here we go. One thing, guys, if you're not trading with the previous highs, like your previous high for your highs and lows for the previous week or the previous month, even the previous day, then you're not doing yourself any justice, because a lot of times the price comes right back to those levels, bounces off of those levels. Those levels have a memory for the market. So this is the previous week's high right here. So then it broke that week's high, came back up here, and came back down pretty close to that previous week high again, and used that as support. Now support and resistance, those are zones. Those support and resistance isn't just a level, one line. It's going to be a zone. So the zone could be 5 pips, 10 pips, 40 pips, whatever. So basically that zone would be from where this line is to this level here. Okay, so that looked like it held as support, and the market came down, bounced off of that level, and moved up. Now I waited for it to get confirmation that it was going to hold, so the market came down. I could have got in a trade here and took a risk that the market wasn't going to go any lower, but then you're trying to play tops and bottoms. All right, so I didn't want to do that. I wanted to make sure, see what was going on, see if this level holds, and it seems like it did. So I got in a trade after this candle closed above this previous red candle here. So I got in here, and then the market went up. It's continuing to go up, and today's Friday. So being that this is a trade that I really like, I'm going to leave this trade go over the weekend. I'm going to let it sit. So I'm going to stay in this trade. But yeah, you guys need to try to start using. This is a previous month high right here. So you see what the level does. It comes up, comes back to that previous level, and then bounces off and takes off. You can find those levels and use those levels to help you in your trading. I think they're really good. And then this is the previous week's low. All right, so this probably won't come into effect now. So what will happen, I have this set on my pivot points. What I've did is use the Fibonacci retracement pivot points, and just use the R3 and S3 levels, and that'll give you your previous high for the day, and the previous high for the week, and previous high for the month if you set it on day, week, and month. So that's how you could get those previous high weeks and lows, or previous day or previous month, like I said. All right, so you have those on there. You're always going to use those as support and resistance levels. Those are automatic. All right, so with this trade, let me show you on the daily time frame. All right, so on the daily time frame, we see the market came up, retrace, came up, retrace, came up, then it retraced to that support and resistance level, and then now we expect it to go up. Now this, you can't even begin to think how good this trade could be until you look at the monthly time frame. And that's why I opened this trade, and I like it. But the market could do anything, but just based off of the things that I'm seeing, I really love this trade. But we have to get above this level here. This level I drew, see this dashed line? This is that monthly high level. Now basically this is going to be a zone level, really. I could have made this into a zone, because you see this is where that level would start, and then it comes up. I count these wicks, so that's activity within the zone, so I include that. So that will be where we really want to get above. And so here's where you look at this trade. If we could get above this area here, then this could be a nice running trade. But the thing is, this is the first approach to this level. So basically the market came up, set that level, and then now this is the retest of that level. And a lot of times on that retest, the market will drop off. Usually it doesn't break through the first time, but you don't know what's going to happen. We'll see what happens here. So let's go back to the 4 hour time frame. But like I said, you can't even begin to realize how good this trade could be if we could get through this level. But that's a big if, so we have to wait and see. So we'll go back to the 4 hour real quick. And look how big that zone is going to be for us. We want to get above that zone. Let's see where that zone is. That's a big zone. Yeah, that's big based off of the monthly. So basically what I'm looking at, even if I don't break this level, if I get through this level, I can, anything could go on in the zone. I can move up way up to this level. You could get a trade all the way up there, and that's going to be a lot of pips based off of the 4 hour time frame. So yeah, um, when my target gets up here, then I'll see what's going to happen. Maybe price doesn't break this level. If we break this dashed line here, then we can continue to stay in the trade inside of this zone here. All right. All right, so that's the pound yen on the 4 hour time frame. Let's go to the Aussie dollar daily time frame. Looking at the daily time frame, you can see price moved up. I have a pivot. I have a Fibonacci level in here from this move here to here, and I took that off of the 4 hour time frame, and you can see this is a 50% retracement of that move. So that's where this is holding support. And also, you see this dashed line. This is the previous month's high right here. So when the market broke through there, came back down, and now it held that level. That 50% retracement lines right up with that previous month high. And then you see the level for the previous month high. But the level that we need to be looking at, let me put another line in here because I didn't even add this level. Basically around right there. So the market came down, hit that level, broke through a little. So this is going to be a level, and we're sitting right at that level. So that's on the daily time frame with this. But you could see the thing is also we're barely getting above the cloud. We just got above the cloud, and then the market came back and it tested that previous week's high, and then it bounced off of there also with the clouds. You could see a lot of things in that area. You got that previous week's high, you got the Kumo cloud here, and you got the fib retracement, 50% retracement. That's a lot of confluence with a lot of things for support to hold in that level. So it's a good possibility that this level holds. So let's go to the 4 hour time frame. Now on the 4 hour time frame, it looks like weakness. You could see where we came down. We're sitting on that level and testing that level. Then we got a TK crossover right here developed, and that's going to be a bearish crossover. But everything else is still bullish. But price, well, actually, price on the other side of our Kijun-sen isn't a good sign either. So that's showing some signs of weakness. Now there's a few things we could stay in this range for a while, and then break out, or we could range and drop lower. So we won't take a bearish bias until we get to the other side of the cloud like we're supposed to. But it's starting to show weakness on the lower time frame here. Alright, so what I'm going to look for now is the bounce of this level. I'm going to see if this level could hold. This is the previous month's high, so we want to see if that level holds. Also, the previous week's high is right here too. So all this stuff right here, just want to see if this level holds. If it holds, then we can say it's going to bounce off. Maybe it'll range. We could play a range play. But that's what I'm looking at with the Aussie dollar 4 hour time frame. Let's take this to the monthly real quick. Yeah, hard to tell what we got going on here. It's looking a little weak on the monthly time frame. You got Chiku span below the price. Price is inside the cloud. You got a TK crossover. Your Kumo's getting tight. Looks like you're close to getting a twist. If this doesn't retrace any higher, price can come down lower. So yeah, it's showing a little weakness on the monthly time frame also. A little retracement. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll wait and let the market tell us what it's going to do. So New Zealand dollar, US dollar, daily time frame here. This also looks just like the pound yen that I showed you. If you look at the daily time frame, you can see if price could break above this level here, you could have a nice long running trade, possibly up to this level here. But if price gets above this level, this is going to be quite possibly a very, very good trade. So on the daily time frame, you see I have the zones in here. Everything is bullish on this chart. Every single thing with the Chiku span above price, price is above the cloud. You got a TK crossover and your Kumo twist. All are bullish signs. Everything's bullish here. We should be looking for long trades basically. Go to the 4-hour time frame. Same thing. Everything is bullish here. We got some resistance holding us up at that support and resistance level that I have here, and you could see now a lot of times when price hits this level and then it drops way off like that, now it came back to attack it again. Now we will have to see if it's going to break through that level or is it going to hold and drop again. So if price violates that level, we could be in for a good run. You get this on the 4-hour time frame. Maybe price breaks through this level and then retraces back up and touches this level, and then you could get into the trade. You could see the volatility because of this here, based off of your Chiku span. I mean your Kumo got thicker here, really thick, based off of this action here, pretty much in that little range. All right, so you want to see what's going to happen here. We want to see what goes on next week. Today's Friday, like I said, so there's only a few more hours left in the trading day, and we want to wait till the next week and see what happens here. Maybe this bounces off, drops, then we tack it again. If price could get above this level, this could be a nice long running trade too. We won't look for any bearish bias until we get on the other side of the cloud as usual. But you can play some counter trend moves playing off of the support and resistance levels. So this resistance level here, as we bounce off of it, you can play the bounce off of it for maybe a lower trade, a short trade for a little bit. But see, the thing with a retracement, with the playing counter trend moves, you never really know how far. Now we could say, okay, we'll put Fibonacci retracement levels in here, and maybe this retraces 50%, 38.2 or whatever. So you could do that, and that might give you an idea where your target would be for your counter trend move. But then ultimately we want to see if since everything is bullish on this chart, we want to see what price is going to do when it gets through this level. And also you could use that ADX indicator to see the strength of your trend. Now, being that we're sitting right up on that level, I wouldn't use the indicator. You know, I like to use the indicator on a move that's still going up. Like if we're going up and going up, but we sat here and consolidated for a while, so I wouldn't use the indicator. Now, if I did use the indicator, I would wait for price to go above the level here, and then wait for another candle. And once the indicator told me that we were in a strong trend, then I might get in like that. But without that indicator, what you do is just wait for the pullback to this level maybe. All right, so there's a couple things you could do, and I've been showing you all different ways to do stuff, and that's one way. But this is New Zealand dollar, US dollar 4-hour time frame. Pound, Swiss franc, daily time frame, same thing. These all look alike. All these charts are starting to look the same to me. You know, you break these levels, you could be in for a nice run. You could see that level here. This is the daily time frame. If we could get above this level, we could be in for some nice run here. There's nothing really to hold us back here. And everything on this chart here is bullish. You can see my zone. I put my zone in. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. It's going to be a bigger zone on the 4-hour time frame. But like I said, if we could get through that level, this could be a nice run. Now everything is bullish. You got your TK crossover. You got some momentum showing here. So there's some strength of a move right here with the Kijinsen and your Tinkinsen, the way they're pointing straight up almost. So that shows some really good momentum. But being that again it's Friday, I don't expect anything to happen here now. So we'll be in this zone or below this zone by the end of the day. Definitely, I don't believe we'll close above that zone. So what we'll look for next week is to see what the market does here. Is the market going to get above this level, or is it going to get stay below this level and eventually drop off? Okay, now you see this previous week high right here. That's what that line is here, this dash line. Here's your previous month high. So this level's in play, but this level's in play immediately right now. And what the market did, it honored that level all this time, finally broke through, and it looks like it's pulling back pretty much to that level. So we want to see price eventually get over this level. This is our main level here where the zone is. All right, but now if not, we're going to bounce off of this level here, off of this support resistance level here, and maybe drop a little bit. And like I said, you could put your Fibonacci retracement levels in, see where you could find your counter trend move. But then again, ultimately, we're looking to get through this level here. So you see the levels, what's that, basically around 147.52 and 148.18. That's gonna be the level of that zone. So you want to get through that zone. You don't want to take any trades in that zone. Okay, the only way you get a trade in that zone is if price bounces here, comes back and sits on that zone. You might want to take a long trade, and then price takes off for you. All right, so that's pound Swiss franc 4-hour time frame. Here we go again, Aussie yen daily time frame. Chart looks just like the other charts. Okay, if we could get through that level, we can have a nice long running trade. Okay, so basically we set that level, came up, honored that level, because we're in the zone here. It's not just one straight line. And then we honored that level again. It looks like we honored it here and dropped off. And now, so maybe we have enough strength to finally, on the next move, get through that level. Now, if we get through that level, oh, this could be a good trade. But if not, you have to play the market for what it's doing. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame, look at that. Now, on the 4-hour time frame, this shows a lot of weakness. You got a TK crossover that's bearish. You got price on the other side of the Kijinsen, and you got your Chiku span coming with inside the price zone here. So that's showing a little bit of signs of weakness. We bounced off of the resistance line, the resistance level, and we're starting to drop off. All right, your Kumo future looks like you're starting to get tighter, so you may get a crossover. So price may drop. Now remember, we have these levels here, and you can see again, this is automatic level drawn in for me, the previous week's high and the previous month's high. So yeah, those levels are going to be important for you guys. But we want to see what the market's going to do here. We're showing a little bit of signs of weakness. We've been on a pretty nice move upwards. Maybe we should have put retracement levels in from this move to here and see where that lines up. This is probably about 50% retracement level here where this previous month lies. So we can, maybe the market, we can expect it maybe to come down, because it looks like it's showing some weakness here with that TK crossover bouncing off of the top of the support and resistance level zone, and with Chiku span coming inside that price realm, you could expect maybe some drop, some movement downwards, and maybe to this level here. All right, so we have to wait and see on this. There's no clear-cut trade here right now. The only way I look for a trade here is if we get through this level and above it. But other than that, I'm going to let the market do what it's going to do and let it tell me what it wants to do. Let's go to the pound yen daily time frame. This is almost the same as the other charts, because you see you have that level here and you get above that level. Now on here, on the daily time frame, this is the zone here. I didn't color it in, but we're getting above that level, and the pound dollar is breaking above that level. And if this candle closes above that level, then we violated it. But that doesn't mean that that's going to hold. Now we could have violated it and then still come back and that level holds. So 4-hour time frame. Now on the 4-hour time frame, this is very nice. Would have been a great trade today, but I couldn't get into the mark to this trade on a Friday. The other trade I got in that yesterday. Now what happened here, we moved up, right? And then we retraced. We have this level here that we have for support now. well, rather for resistance. All right, so when the market dropped down, we had that level off of the fractals. Price came up, strong candle through that level. That's strong momentum going through. And then the good thing is the next candle retraced all the way down to this level. This would have been a great trade if it was another day, but not on a Friday. I'm not going to take this trade. We retraced all the way to this level, bounced off of the level and moved up, and now the market's continuing to move higher maybe. All right, but this could be a long running market also based off of that daily time frame that I showed you. And everything on here is bullish. You got your TK crossover, that's bullish. Your future is bullish. Your Chico span's bullish, and prices above the cloud. All those are bullish signs. So now what we'll look for maybe is for price to maybe get a couple candles up and come back down and test this level again. And then we could get into another long trade. But you have to again wait and see what the market's going to do, being that it's Friday. Everything's going to change when come open of the trading day. All right, so we want to try to get a better opportunity to get into a long trade maybe. But that's how I see the pound yen, the pound dollar. Let's go to the Euro Aussie. This is a daily time frame. Euro Aussie on the daily time frame looks very weak. Looks like it's going to have some signs of weakness. Now you could see all along showing you the weaknesses that we were making higher highs. Now you get here and you don't make another higher high, you make the same level. All right, so now we set that zone for the range. So that zone will be set for the range right there, quite possibly. Let me pause this. Okay, I'm back. But here we are. This is the we set this level. This could set the level for the range. Okay, because now you got this high here. Then the market came down, hit this level, so we put that in. You could see that, and then we came back to that level. But now we broke that level. So the thing here, we broke below that level. This is the daily time frame. We broke below that level, and we came back and tested the resistance of the cloud, and the cloud level held also, which is in line with this level here. You could see this. So we came back basically and tested this level, and now I'm expecting the market to continue dropping. Okay, because see, everything here is pretty much everything is bearish. You got your price below the cloud, that's bearish signal. TK crossover right here, that's bearish. You got your Kumo twist, which is bearish, and you got Chico span below price. We love to see Chico span get on the other side of price. Now this is the daily time frame, so we'll go on the 4-hour time frame, and there we could possibly find some short trades. But right now, yeah, it looks like on this time frame here, you could see where we would have got the first signs of weakness based off of the 4-hour time frame where we broke through the Kumo cloud here. But now the thing is here, this is that zone that that I put in. So here we go with that top level and then this bottom level. Now if this level holds, we want to see what's going to happen here. I'm not sure about this market. The only way I get into this is if I can get below this right here. Get below this level here. Chico span is within this price realm. This is going to tell us we're going to probably range for a little while. You got a TK crossover that just happened, looks like, and it's a bullish signal, but everything else is bearish. Okay, so you're getting conflicting signals here. This market is not tradable right yet. So your levels that you really look for to get into a trade would be below this level here that set this fractal level here. So that's basically what 143.35, around that level. Once you break that level, then you can look for a short trade. Now to go long, we want to get above this level. We know that if we get above this level here, this was the range level. So if we get above this level and close above it, we'll also be above the cloud. We could get into a long trade, okay? Because we may be, what the thing that you may think about then is if we get above that level, the long trade may be range, the range levels. So if we get above that level, maybe we range, get back up to the range level. All right, but if not, we'll see if any of these levels hold. Right now we're in between levels, so we want to get to a level where we could trade. These are not trading levels yet. All right, so that's the Euro Aussie 4-hour time frame. Let's go to everyone's favorite, the US dollar, Euro dollar. It's my not my favorite, it's my least favorite. I don't like trading it that much. But looking at the daily time frame, you could see it's sloppy to me. It's all over the place. And right now there's a lot of mixed signals with this. So I'm not getting a lot off of this. But the thing is, the cloud may be holding some support for us. All right, so the cloud looks like it may be holding support. We came down, bounced off the cloud, and then we moved up. Now the thing is, I put retracement levels in because price moved from here up to this level, and then we moved downwards. So I put Fibonacci retracement levels in. What happened was price came right on down to the 50% retracement level, and you could see it. There it is, right there. Then it bounced off of that level. So that gave me a signal or a sign that maybe the market was gonna move up forward. So it bounced off of that level, and sure enough, it moved up forward. And now it looks like the cloud is holding as support, but we want to see first. So on the daily time frame, I'm not getting real good signals. I'm in between signals. So on the 4 hour time frame, the 4 hour looks pretty good for a long opportunity. I was in this earlier when price broke here, and then I took a trade and I only made 11 pips on it because I got out, because I started to see this weakness here where you got this candle with a wick and then a small candle here, then the red candle opened up for me. So I got out on this candle after this candle closed, so I didn't make anything really. And then the market continued to drop. Now it held, what held support was this the bottom of this cloud, and you can see this 50% level right here from based off of that daily time frame retracement levels. You see where the market held that and then went back up. We broke through the cloud, and then we held as support that level. The level where we broke the cloud is now holding as support. Okay, because we haven't closed below that level really, but you see all the wicks below that level, so you're getting all these all those orders knocked out right there. They're all getting taken out because they're putting their orders here for a long trade and just putting their order stop loss a little below their support and resistance level, and the market comes down, takes them out, and then moves out, comes back down, takes some more people out, and then moves out. So we're in this range right now, so we want to get out of this range, get above that range. So the only way I get into a trade here, you see my range where the two red lines are, this bottom one and this top one, is if I could get above that level, and that level is like the 133.23 level. So if we can get above that, Chiku span's above price, price is above the cloud. You got your TK crossover, which is bullish, and your Kumo future is bullish. This looks like the beginning of a move upwards, and you could look for your first target right here, and this level right here, basically around 139.66. Okay, so that would be the level that you would shoot for, but we need to get out of here. We're in this range now for a little bit. Now if we drop below this level and then continue moving downwards, then all that's for naught. And finally we're going to look at the pound Aussie daily time frame right here. Pound Aussie looks like the euro a little bit, or yeah, like the euro Aussie that I showed you. You could see the weakness a little bit, but now it looks like the cloud is holding. Now this is the daily time frame, this is the cloud is holding, and we could have put a trend line in here and see where it gets broken, but we didn't put that in. So it looks like it's starting to get a little weak because you got your TK crossover here, then finally Chiku spans inside of price, and price is approaching the cloud, but the cloud held as support. So we may see a move back up to this level again. Now the market may range, so we would have to find where that range level is going to be. So one thing we could do is put some more support and resistance levels in here, and here this would be a level that we have right here. All right, because you could see here this market here hit it here, broke, held here, broke, and then came back and touched it, held here, and then made this level up here, and now came down and made it touch that level again. So what could happen now? We want to find out. Maybe the market ranges now. So if we get up here and this level holds, then we could play this off of for a counter trend move. But this is a daily time frame, so I don't usually trade the daily time frame. I just try to get pretty much the bias, set my support and resistance levels. I like to get those levels off of the daily time frame. So we'll go to the 4 hour, see what we see. Now the 4 hour looks pretty strong for showing for a bullish run. And the thing is, basically, you got all bullish signals, TK crossover, Chiku span. Now price is inside the cloud, so that's you're neutral. You don't have anything right yet. You want to get above that level. So price is moving steadily away from the Kijun-sen, which is going to be getting us out of equilibrium. So maybe if we do approach this level, we pull back. So this level may hold, then the market will pull back and then attempt to break it again. Now if we could get above this level here, this could be a nice trade too, because you see that zone here. So we could get above that and then play. We already have our level set where we know that we want to go. So this would be our trading level and this would be our profit level. All right. So we'll wait and see what the market does. Let the market tell us. Now the market may bounce off of this level, and then we can use that for a counter trend move, a short little move. Put your Fibonacci retracements in from this level to here, and then find your levels that you want to go. 38.2, 50%. Okay, 61.8. Those will be the levels that you'll look at to take profit, and then you can play the move up. All right, so that's the pound Aussie 4 hour time frame, and I wanted to look at one more thing, the New Zealand dollar yen. We'll look at that real quick. And see, this market is doing the same thing. Let's go to the daily time frame, get a better view. All right, so, and I can see already on the daily time frame, this is a uh, little flag right here off of this move up. So you got this flag pattern here, and a lot of times that's going to be a continuation move. So you got the flag, and then the price will move up. And off of the daily time frame, we will set some levels. We know that this is going to be a level where the market's going to find some resistance right here. All right, so really we would make this zone. It'd be a bigger zone, but I'm going to make this zone like this because I like to include the close and open and then the wicks, and that's how I pretty much get my zone. All right, because that's all price action within that area, so I want to include it also. If price wasn't in that area, why would I include it? But price is, so I use that as my zone. Now this is daily time frame, so like I said, you got this little pennant right here, so maybe you're going to see a price continue to move upwards based off of a continuation of this move here. But we'll wait and see. Now we're getting far away from the Kijun-sen on a daily time frame, so that could show some signs of weakness. Now remember those other charts that I show you. You see price come down, it sets those levels, makes like a W basically, and we're going to show you that. All those charts, you see the W's that it makes. So price comes down, it makes a W, and then breaks up. Okay, so here's that level, just like all the other charts that I showed you. And I said, if price can get above that level, then maybe you can have a nice move up to this level. So same thing here. This is long-term trading here that we're looking at. So this is on the daily time frame. If we break this level, and we already did, maybe price may come down and retrace back to that level. If that level holds, then we see it take off and try to approach this level up here. So that's long term, but you look at that long term based off of what you see here, and I've showed you all the other charts doing the same thing, attacking that level pretty much with this W here. All right, so let's go to the 4 hour time frame. And now the 4 hour time frame, I wouldn't really get into a trade based off of this yet. I need to see a few things. And all this wideness here, all that volatility is based off of this range in motion right here. So you already could see the zones that it already set, the range levels. Let's put those in so we can show you. So on the 4 hour time frame, we're in a range right there, and right there. So we're in that range. We need to get above that range to continue our move upwards. And in order for us to take a trade, everything is bullish on this chart. Now I find myself, here's where I've lost out on some trades. I always would say, well, the market is far away from the Kijun-sen, it's out of equilibrium, it can't go any higher, it won't go any higher. Well, no, the market can go higher and it will go higher, or it won't go higher. It'll do whatever it wants to do. So you can't say the market's not going to go higher, but you just play probabilities. But now looking at this, the way the market is showing us, um, and a probability would be if we're far away that maybe we're not going to go any higher, all right, or maybe we're not going to go any lower, or whatever it may be. But it's not a definite, okay? So don't take those things as definite. Those are things that can help you in your decision making. But here we're in this range. We need to get outside of this range, get above there before we take a trade. Other than that, I'm not going to take a short trade until we get on the other side of the cloud. I'm not even looking at this for a short trade or a counter trend trade at least. But you could see that level. This is that level that I showed you on the chart on the daily time frame. We're above that level, and basically if we can break this level here, we could be in a nice run. So we'll wait and see what the market's going to do. But until next time, traders, that's the end for me. So have a great trading day next week. Have a great trading week, and God bless you.